I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, West Rocks, and welcome back. Today we are live from the Panther newsroom. My name is Katie Walkinson.
And my name is Nina Pagano.
Today is Monday, August 26th. It is an A day. We will have extended homeroom today.
Welcome, 6th graders. We are excited to welcome you today to our Panther family.
At West Rocks, Panthers always raise their paws. The P stands for positive interactions, the A stands for accountability, the W stands for willingness, and the S stands for safety.
And most importantly, all our emotions matter. We will talk more about paws and our emotions a lot this year.
Each morning, we will start our day in homeroom with a live broadcast. This broadcast starts with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
This broadcast will also share important information about schedules, events in the school, and special events.
It is important that we are quiet in homeroom in order to hear all of the announcements.
And now over to Dr. Reynolds.
Good morning, West Rocks. Happy first day of the 24-25 school year. Can't believe it. We're so excited to have you. Our staff has been working hard, not only all summer, over the last week or so, to make sure our rooms are ready, our school is ready, and it looks great. Our returning students, what do you notice that's different? I'm sure you can have, you'll be able to see quite a few things, whether it be stickers on the wall, new logos, the lockers are a different color. We started that in the spring. You'll hear more about that in just a second. But we welcome all of our students, our 6th graders. Welcome to middle school. This is your first experience. This is your first day. It is a large shift. It's a big shift from elementary school, just the number of students, the transitions to classes, lockers, and some of those expectations. Welcome. It's a wild ride and a lot of fun. 7th graders, you are now in the middle year of your middle school experience. Can you believe it? You will probably remember what it was like last year, that first day of school, when you were 6th graders and this was your first day of school. And now you have a year under your belt and you are the midpoint of middle school. And 8th grade, this is it, your 8th grade year. You probably remember 2 years ago when it was your first day, and here you are. You're the oldest group in the middle school, and this is your final year. Lots of fun, lots of exciting things, and we expect you to be role models, lead by example, by doing exactly what you heard our anchor say. We raise our paws, we're positive, we're accountable, we're willing, and we're safe. This year, we want you to be engaged. We need you to be engaged all year. Each class, before school, after school, we need you to be engaged and locked in your learning, both academically and emotionally. That emotional engagement and academic engagement happens both in and outside of class. When you're academically engaged, you're participating in lessons. You're talking with your neighbors when your teacher directs you to. You're also doing your homework. You're participating in class. You're critically thinking. When you're emotionally engaged, you're regulating your own emotions. You understand that your emotions and other emotions matter. With that, we're going to embrace and we're going to take on the ruler approach. Now, what is the ruler approach? We talked a little bit about it last year for our returning students, and Ms. Amaral is going to talk to you through each of those letters right now.
Good morning, everyone. Like Dr. Reynolds is saying, that we are going to be using our ruler approach this year. The R is going to stand for recognizing emotions in oneself and others. The U is going to stand for understanding the causes and impact of emotions. The L is labeling emotions with a nuanced or specific vocabulary. The E is expressing our emotions according to the norms and the context. And R is to be regulating emotions with helpful strategies. As the year goes on, we will be looking into each one of these, what it means and what it looks like here at West Rocks.
With the ruler approach, there are a couple different tools that we're going to focus on. In order to really recognize our emotions, we need to understand and have an agreement on how we want to feel and what actions are going that we're going to promise to adhere to um, in order to make sure we express those. And that's called a charter. You heard our anchors say we're going to raise our pause. Now, the P in pause stands for positive interactions. Now, the emotions that are tied to that are grateful and thoughtful. So when we are positive and our behavior is positive, whether it be in the cafeteria, the hallways, the bus, or the classroom, we show and we show those actions, which will result in us feeling grateful or appreciative or thankful or thoughtful, because that's when we are positive with one another, we land in those emotions. When we're accountable, when we take responsibility for what we do, we feel proud, we feel focused, whether that be in the classroom on an assignment or something that we've accomplished when we're accountable. Our W is willing. Just like in previous years, we're willing to try something new. Now, what are the emotions that result in feeling willing or are showing willingness to try something new? We are motivated because we're going to try that. We're enthusiastic. That's how we want to feel, and we want others to feel as a result of what we're doing. And finally, safe, S, safety. When we are safe, when we adhere to, follow directions, we feel safe, and the emotions that follow that are calm and secure. So whether it be in an emergency situation or whether it be out on the playground or making a decision, if we are safe, we feel calm and secure. We're going to talk a little bit more about the charter, and we're going to have how we recognize those things, just like when we had pause cards. We're going to be charter champions, very similar this year. And we're going to talk a little bit more of that when we have our grade level assemblies or our school meetings a little bit later today and tomorrow by grade level. So that's our charter. You're going to hear more about that as we go. In order to identify how we're feeling, though, one other tool is called the mood meter. You saw the colors on the lockers, and Mr. Duget is going to talk a little bit more about the mood meter.
Technical difficulties with the mic. Everyone, welcome and happy first day to everyone. I'm so excited for a great year. As Dr. Reynolds mentioned, the mood meter represents colors and words that fall with that. We will build our self and we will build our social awareness. And as he mentioned, being academically and emotionally connected, using the mood meter and these colors allow us to express how we feel. The good thing about this is that it allows us to have patterns in what we find in ourselves, but also we can see how others are reacting, and we look at those patterns of our peers. We also can predict and feel like today will be a good day because I'm excited about a game, I'm excited about an event, or maybe even a test. And then we can respond to those emotions adequately using these words that Dr. Reynolds will share around vocabulary will help us understand the meaning, how to express them, but also understand when someone else is sharing those words. Have a great year, Panthers.
Now, how do we use the mood meter? What is the point? Each day, you're going to carve out time in your first core and some of your other classes as well to check in with your teacher. We're going to learn vocabulary words between now and the end of the year. You're going to learn and be able to write down in your journal, express, and demonstrate what each of these words mean. Whether it be a yellow word where you're excited, high energy, high pleasant, that means you're feeling good. In the red, you're high energy, but you're not really pleasant. Maybe you're upset. In the blue, whether you low energy, you're not full of energy. Maybe you're a little tired, some of those words, and not very pleasant either. Or you're calm in the green and you have low energy, but high pleasantness. You're happy. So you're going to explore where you feel and what emotion you are feeling based on what's happening around you. And you're going to plot yourself each day, and you're going to carve out some time. We're going to carve out some time during that first core period each and every day during our morning meeting. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. And it, again, over the course of the next day, 2 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you'll get used to what it is. We'll learn about the tools, and it'll be able to help us recognize, understand, label, express, and then eventually regulate, ruler, our own emotions according to our agreed upon charter using this mood meter. We're going to have a little video now. It's about 2 minutes to show you a little bit how we're going to use and the purpose of the mood meter.
Each quadrant of the mood meter is associated with different kinds of thinking and learning activities. When students are in the yellow, they may experience emotions that promote creative thinking and the generation of new ideas. Brainstorming, energetic group activities, and creative problem solving are best done in the yellow. When students are in the red, they may experience emotions that heighten awareness and keep students on their toes. The red is good for competitive activities, like debating, or passionate expression, like promoting a cause. When students are in the blue, they may experience emotions that help them focus for deductive reasoning and critical thinking. In addition, the blue emotions prime students to relate well to others' misfortune, building empathy. The blue promotes success for tasks like proofreading, editing, and detailed analysis. When students are in the green, they may experience emotions that promote self-reflection and consensus building. Students feel comfortable, relaxed, and calm. Activities that involve collaboration are ideal for the green. The best teachers differentiate instruction using the mood meter and capitalize on all quadrants, knowing that all emotions matter.
Over the course of this year, we are going to use the ruler approach to help us understand not only how we're feeling, but how our actions impact the emotions and how other people are feeling too. All emotions matter. All emotions are okay. It's a matter of how we regulate them. I'm going to go back to what Ms. Amaral said in the very beginning, the idea of ruler. R, recognize. U, understand. L, label them where that is, especially on the mood meter. E, express it, be able to share it through verbal or writing. And then R is regulate. What is that strategy that I'm going to use depending on where I am to make sure I'm making appropriate decisions? And so my actions result in other people feeling the way they want to feel. We're going to have a class meeting for all grade levels between today and tomorrow. And we have a special schedule that we're going to follow to make sure that we are able to introduce a lot of different important information, your schedule, this mood meter, some of the other important information in your handbook, as well as getting your locker and other important to-dos to start the year. Today, in just a minute, when we finish up our Panther news, grade 6, you're going to be in homeroom until 10:18. Grade 7, you're going to be in homeroom until 9:31. In grade 8, you're going to be in homeroom until 9:31. During homeroom today, you're going to get your schedule, be introduced to some of your classmates or reacquainted if you have been away from them for the summer. You're going to make sure you know what your schedule is. Your teacher can also make sure you understand where you're going for your core classes and your related arts class throughout the year. You're going to get your locker, and then you're going to begin reviewing your handbook through page 9. A lot of what we just did today is covered in pages 1 through 9, and then you're going to stop. Again, 6th grade has a little bit more time than 7th and 8th, just because it may take this is your first time in the building, and you'll be allotted a little bit more. You're going to be able to, we're going to follow in the 10:18 and 9:31 ends on the appropriate time, and we're going to maintain our schedule throughout the day. Grade 8, when you return to Core 2, you're going to wait to be called down for your class meeting at 10:30. Grade 7, after lunch today, you're going to return back to your core class, wait for an announcement, and you're going to have your class meeting at the end of the day. And then tomorrow, grade 6, after you get into the day, grade 6 will go back to their class and wait for an announcement for their class meeting at 10:30. So you have a lot to do It is 9 o'clock, so our 7th and 8th graders will have about a half hour, 30 minutes or so, to do all of those important things. And grade 6, you have a little bit more time to make sure you introduce, get your schedule, lockers, get any questions that you need, and some getting to know you and community builders. Like everyone said before me, we're very excited to have you back at West Rocks, and our 6th graders, welcome to middle school. We're going to have a great year. If you have any questions, you can call the main office, but we'll be around to help and support, and we're going to maintain our schedule throughout the rest of the day. Have a great day.
The W in PAWS stands for willingness.
Let's spread some enthusiasm for this new school year.